Good afternoon. This is Universal News Media. Today is February 17th, 2018. Today we're going to be looking at eclipses and several different sizes of planets, ranging from small to gigantic, striped, crater-pocked, smooth, and some with rough texture. These unedited images all came in today from the Federal Aviation weather cams located near the western coast of Alaska. All of the videos are time-lapse, with each frame equal to 10 minutes, because these cameras take a picture once every 10 minutes. Our first video was viewed from the south-facing weather cam at Sitka, Alaska. Watch very closely on the right lower side of the screen near the horizon. Something very large is moving from right to left. It never comes into sharp view because it is blurred by technology and also nearly transparent from the atmospheric chemicals. Here is a contrast-boosted view of that same object. As soon as that object disappears, another planet comes into view. The black dot that sets in front of the Sun, very close to Earth, appears in preparation for either an eclipse or a near eclipse. As the Sun gets closer to the planet, the reflection of the eclipse concealing jet swings into view from the bottom right corner of the screen, keeping itself, the planet, and the black dot all in perfect alignment for optimum concealment of the eclipse. The planet is made nearly transparent from the atmospheric chemicals. Our next video came from the south-facing weather cam in Port Alexander, Alaska. The Sun is emitting some strange rays. The Sun's glare grows to engulf the celestial object next to it. This is part of the concealment system. This video from the east-facing weather cam in Pelican, Alaska demonstrates the black dot system's ability to engulf a celestial object in glare, rendering it non-viewable. This is why the Sun often looks 5 times its normal size or even larger. Once the Sun and its engulfing glare pass by this planet, the planet comes into view. The southeast-facing weather cam at Cape Spencer, Alaska, shows a very faint object on the right side of the screen, made nearly transparent from the atmospheric chemicals. Here is a contrast-boosted picture of that same object. In preparation for concealing an eclipse, the Sun increases several times in size with an incredible amount of glare. The system responsible for creating this glare is a very intense light system, much closer to the Earth than the Sun. It houses a black dot in the center, which only appears during an eclipse or a near eclipse. In this frame, the Sun's glare is actually lighting up another planet beyond the horizon. And then in this last frame, there is another planet barely detectable on the right side of the screen. Watch closely to view shadows of a striped planet just right of the center of the screen. This video was taken from the southeast-facing Heidelberg, Alaska weather cam. The black dot is connected to an intense lighting system that sets in front of the Sun, close to the Earth. This is the flashlight Sun. The eclipsing planet passes in front of the real Sun, but behind the flashlight Sun to conceal these eclipses occurring multiple times daily. As soon as the huge, glaring Sun moves off the screen, Another planet is now visible, but nearly transparent from the atmospheric chemicals. This south-facing camera demonstrates the flashlight sun's enormous size. Its glare attempts to engulf the planet that is about to eclipse the sun. The planet goes in front of the real sun, but in back of the flashlight sun with its black dot, and this conceals the eclipse. Reflections of the concealment jet swing into view, keeping in perfect alignment with the black dot and the planet for optimum concealment. Once passed, the planet eventually fades into transparency from the atmospheric chemicals. This same pink planet is viewable from many of the weather cams. This one is located at Harris River Pass. The planet fades into a transparency from the atmospheric chemicals. The southeast-facing camera at Thorn Bay caught these two huge planets whose trace outline is being lit up by the flashlight sun's glare. They soon fade into a transparency from the atmospheric chemicals. The Edna Bay camera captured this fast-rotating, crater-pocked red planet. In preparation for an eclipse, the flashlight sun increases to an enormous size to engulf the nearby planet in glare. The black dot is in the on position. The concealment jet's reflection swings into view, aligning itself perfectly with the black dot and the planet for optimum concealment. The southeast-facing camera in Craig, Alaska, captured two enormous planets. Notice how unusually dark it is for 10 a.m. One of the planets is currently in front of the sun, causing the darkness. The planet is behind the flashlight sun, which is not nearly as bright as the real sun, so the landscape appears as dark as it would in the late evening. The flashlight sun is in the on position with the black dot, lined up with the concealment jet and the lower of the two planets. In preparation for yet another eclipse, the black dot on the flashlight sun sends out a black positioning indicator beam to the concealment jet, which is waiting for a signal. However, the next eclipsing planet is not on this screen. This single frame from the southwest-facing camera at Port Alexander captured the distinct outline of two planets again. This time they are on the 1 o'clock position of the flashlight sun. Their size is an indication of how close they are getting to our Earth. The Pelican, Alaska camera also captured two planets. The south-facing camera at Hoona, Alaska, captured something of an incredibly enormous size on the right side of the screen. It is very transparent from the atmospheric chemicals, but look closely. It becomes visible when the flashlight sun comes close to it. It is so large that it reaches from the horizon to past the top of the camera's field. As the sun gets close to this mammoth object, it actually lights it up. We'll move these frames back and forth so that the viewers can see this object being illuminated by the flashlight sun. Here is that same object with some contrast enhanced. It is several times larger than the flashlight sun. Notice how the flashlight sun enlarges in an attempt to engulf this gigantic object in its glare. Our last image came from Lena Point, Alaska. There is a large planet in the top right corner. Look closely. It is made nearly transparent from the atmospheric chemicals. The planets we have just viewed are part of an approaching celestial system. Many people ask when this system will make its closest pass to our Earth. A general indication of time is provided in the following pages of text. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe.